I'm gonna try and thin this bit out a wee bit. Chaotic, busy, personally doing well. That's good. Chaotic at work can be stressful, but so this is my new throwing stick that I got. So it's made basically like a rib, right, on the end of a stick, so that having never used one before, we're learning. Yeah, so it's made for narrow-necked things, and there are different shapes and stuff like that as well. But I didn't have one, so I figured it was as good a time as any to get one. Upper lip itches. Oh, we're off. Yep. Hang on. Let me clean my hands and fix the camera so you guys can actually see what the hell I'm doing. Hang on. Better. Not quite closed yet. Slow down. We're still off. Fine. Got a long boy. Long boy. Yeah, you can see him right here. Kind of wish he tucked in a little bit better at the base. Hey, Doubt. How are you? All right, now's the scary part because I want to tuck this base in a little bit. Better. So once this firms up a little bit, I can sink that down a smidge. Pumpkin number 2. It's wobbly. But yeah, you can kind of see the whole thing. And I'll curl the stem down. Once it has a chance to firm up a bit, then I can add texture to it, right? And then hopefully I don't have to touch it after that. I want to fix the camera a little bit, just so it's a little bit more you can see the wheel a little bit better. That might do. Yeah, so I'm gonna, the top part, once it has a chance to set up a little bit, I'm gonna take a wiggle wire, which looks like that, right? And kind of facet it with that so it gives it some texture. And then I'll curl it over and kind of make it look like a stem. Some of them end up looking like closer trimmed. I think last year I did have some issue with some of them cracking. So we may have to play a little bit with that, but yeah. I forget if it was that I tried to dry them too quickly. Probably was the case. I really need to do reclaim. Probably the next stream or two will be one of them will be a reclaim stream because my reclaim bucket is full. And my throwing bucket is mostly slip at this point. So reclaiming today, yeah. I don't know if I move my leg. No. Yeah, it really is. Luckily, I usually, so for reclaim for me, I keep it to, so I've got 3-gallon buckets, and when the 3-gallon bucket is full, I do reclaim because I know 5-gallon buckets for me are just a little too much. Like, it's just too much time, too much effort, and it doesn't fit on my plaster slab quite as well and takes too long. So 3-gallon bucket gets me, it probably gets me about 30 pounds of clay, which is fine. That's like a good amount that I don't feel like I'm killing myself every time I have to do it. I mean, it's still a lot of work, but I have an entire bucket full of standard 112 sitting here ready to be reclaimed, plus like an additional, I don't know, 50 pounds over there that doesn't need to be reclaimed, but I'm not using anymore. So I need to find somebody that wants that just to get rid of it. 2 5-gallon buckets? No, I can't. So working through it, yeah. Yeah, I need to get rid of this 112. Certainly somebody at the studio could use it, but I'm just not working in cone 6 very much. My opening's a little off center, you can see it. Not too bad though. Hey, a cookie. I do not sieve my reclaim. I may put the immersion blender in um, my throwing bucket just to like break up any chunks in there. I usually let it sit in the water for a few days just to really slake down as much as possible. I want to get, and I don't have one of the drill attachments that has like the cutting blade almost on it, you know what I mean? To help me kind of cut through a lot of that. Thank you for the follow, Quantum Knight. Yeah, I bone dry and then let it go. How'd you ruin it? I did put my immersion blender to the test last time. I was hoping that I could get enough water in it that it would like whip up easily, and it did not. Let it rust. Didn't get it dry enough. Ah, it's fine. That's probably good. Throw it in the bucket. I try and let it get all bone dry. And then basically I really know when it's time because my throwing water will be like it is now, where it's like I've got 2 inches at the top of the bucket that are empty, but the vast majority of it is slip at this point. So I'll like immersion blend the slip, and then the slip will get poured over, and then it'll get water as well. I just, and when it's slip, like when it's slicked down, I'll usually try and mix it up and like stick my hands in and break up any pieces that are like chunks. But how much you can do at once. Mix with your white. Yeah, like I'm just, I think I'm not a two clay person. I'm just not a two clay person. I'm too lazy to spend the time to clean between clays, etc. Pink eventually. Well, my other big problem is that one is a cone 10 clay and one is a cone 6 clay. So I can't mix them readily without ending up with vitrification issues. So like if I mix my cone 10 into my cone 6, I'm going to end up fucky. So, well, and of course the cone 10 clay likes to call itself a cone 5 to cone 10 clay, but all that means is that it doesn't vitrify until cone 10. Like there are plenty of people in the community studio that use it at Cone 6 for dishware and stuff, but it's not vitrified, which is kind of a pet peeve of mine about what they teach at the studio. God damn it. You can't see that. But I just slopped myself. Sorry. But yeah, like I've been really enjoying Cone 10. I want to keep most of my functional wear at Cone 10. So the Cone 6 clay is kind of just sitting there. And it's not that I dislike the clay or anything, it's just I'm not using it. And so now I've got it sitting around. There's an air bubble in here. He's doing that while working. Man. Ah, the side of my face itches. Clean after each throw? Ugh, no. I'm lazy. That's how it was at the community studio, though. That you had to clean up after each throw, obviously. Which was fine, like it's not a big deal, but I really like, you know, I just clean my splash pan out when it gets full, and I like that. Yeah, you can see this is what my my throwing water looks like right now. I just dunked this sponge in the water, quote unquote water. It is she's thick. It's kind of like a thin milkshake right now. I don't think it's strange necessarily. I'm just lazy. Yeah, it's a little like cream over there rather than water.